The next thing I want to talk about is something that I know that
Really
Lexi will
can.
probably like talking about and Sabrina like talking about. I want to talk about a little bit more Evil Dead news. So this came out where
Yes.
Bruce Campbell was talking about the Evil Dead. He was doing an interview, and of course, he said over and over again he can't do any more Evil Dead because he's like, I'm getting too old, you know. I can't keep being Ashley. I can't be Ashley anymore, you know. It's pretty much done for me. But he did say that all I can say is we're actively pursuing an animated Evil Dead project. They're actively pursuing it. He's been talking to Sam Raimi about it. He said he's a busy guy. He's been, a bit active shaping out his own world, his own projects and all that. But he's also working with him on doing this. It's one thing to get an animator, he said, to be like, hey, man, animate this. But you got to know what you're doing, and you got to know how to do it. I don't know. It doesn't really make sense there. But he pretty much said that they've been joking about it, been trying to look forward to making happen. He says he looks forward to it because his voice hasn't aged as much as his body has. So he said he can still be Ash in his voice, but his body is not the same anymore. But I thought he was fine being Ash in like Ash vs. the Evil Dead. Like, yeah, you're a little bit bigger, but they put the girdle on or whatever, and he straightened himself out, and then he got out there and shot. Like, you can still do it.
I loved Ash vs. the Evil Dead, dude. I fucking loved it.
But Lexi, when you were on here before, we
it.
talked about this. You talked about this last time you were on the show. You were saying that this might be a good venue for him to go down, and they're thinking about it. They're actually talking about it. Him and Sam Raimi are talking about it. And maybe it'll be a project that'll move forward. If he's excited about it, there might be Evil Dead in our future. There might be some more Ash. Hail to the king, baby. Are you excited about this, Lexi?
I'll watch it, and I'm not mad at it, and I'm always here to see Bruce Campbell reprise the role of Ash because I do believe he can do it until he's dead. I want to know who's animating it. That's one thing, because I've been really particular with my animation recently. There's been so much experimental, weird animation styles. Like, I noticed you guys covered that new Ninja Turtles movie that's coming out, and a lot of people have been presenting that to me. And I've said repeatedly, like, I am not a big fan of this current generation of cel-shading CG that uses that chunky stop motion kind of style to it. I'm not a super big fan of that. I think I would have been more hyped for that movie if it was using more of a traditional cel style than the chunky CG that they're presenting to me. So, like, that one I'm kind of, like, a little bit more on the fence with. I'm not a big fan of a lot of the Netflix animation that's been coming out. Like, I watch it for the story, not the animation. So, I don't necessarily want this to be, I'm watching it for the story, not the animation. So, like, please get good animators to come in with this, as well as and get everything else. Because, like, if you bring in some solid quality, I'd be, like, so happy for it. But, like, not good animation is really gonna, like, make or break this for me. Like, if you try to do this in 3D, I'm not gonna be here for it. If you try to do, like, some sort of, like, weird cel shading CG, like 3D body kind of stuff, I'm not gonna be as here for it. I'll be here for the, like, once again, for the story, not for the animation. And I really I'm tired of being here for the story, not for the animation, because I love animation. Animation is, like, my forte. I have that whole stack of stuff behind me. Most of that's animation. Like, I love animation, so it's like I really want to see some dynamic, crazy styles.
Yeah, I'm down for it. Like, I love me some Bruce Campbell, and I feel on the same page with you, Lexi.
Everything's been good. Like,
yeah, the series was great. I feel like the deal with that was awesome. It was fun. It was lively. It brought back the character, and the character felt real and true to himself. And hopefully that they do this. Hopefully Sam Raimi's involved. Hopefully Bruce Campbell's involved. Hopefully they find the best script to do. Maybe it can continue after the actual Ash vs. the Evil Dead show. Maybe they can continue.
Well, I mean, Bruce Campbell spoke about that, like, at Comic-Con and in a couple of interviews, like, that it would be a continuation of Ash vs. the Evil Dead.
Well, it should be, and they should actually go in there. Or they can do, if they could actually do After Army of Darkness, that could be fun too, because it's kind of the same ending though. If you watch the show and watch Army of Darkness, it's kind of the same ending in a way.
I feel like you need a continuation of Ash vs. the Evil Dead. That was, a really abrupt ending, and I feel like it would be amazing.
Where you're animating it, you can finally push Ash into the Deadites, like, zone. You can take him out of this world and have him go into their world, which you could make twisted and crazy and, like, completely something that you wouldn't be able to make sets for or anything like that. It can finally be like that element that you couldn't visually show before because you just didn't have the budget for or any of that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
or CG just wouldn't work for it. Like, this is an opportunity to show elements of the Evil Dead universe that you've never shown before. So.
Which would be awesome. But Evil Dead is coming, everybody. Evil Dead is coming. Maybe the animated show. I hope so.
I can't wait.
Hope so.
I can't fucking
Bruce
wait.
Campbell wants to do it, and Sam Raimi wants to do it. I'm down for it. But as Lexi said, spend some time with the script and the animation. Do it right. Get the right people behind it. Maybe try to find people that have had successful things like Into the Spider-Verse, you know, and like piggyback off that and find things that work and do the best script that flows along with the narrative for Evil Dead. And, you know, and make it good. Make it funny. Make Ash.